Hello everybody, time for yet another deeper look into my collection, and today it's my Dolph Lundgren collection we're going to be taking a small look at. Now, unlike other actors I've done videos about, I don't really go out in a rush to buy his movies. There's a ton of his movies I don't have. A ton of his newer movies I've never even seen. Most of what I have is older movies. In fact, I'm quite surprised at how many movies I actually had with him in it. So that's why you're watching this video right now. Pure luck. So let's just get into it. The very first role he ever had, I'm just gonna be showing it like this. A View to a Kill, James Bond, Roger Moore. He has a 10-second role. He's just a bodyguard, KGB agent, standing in the background doing not much of anything. So yeah, small role. Then of course you got Rocky 4, the best Rocky movie in the franchise in my mind, and a bunch of other people, I assume. Without a doubt, a great movie. This is from the box set. I've shown it in other videos, but since Dolph is only in one of the movies, I'm just showing the one movie. Then again, I've said it before, I'm an 80s kid. I grew up with my 80s cartoons. The two cartoons above any other cartoon I watched was G.I. Joe and Masters of the Universe. So of course this is in my collection, even though it doesn't really have that much to do with the cartoon, but it's still He-Man. This one takes place on Earth, where the cartoon takes place on Eternia. Wish they would have been a little more faithful to the cartoon, but I still love this movie. It's super cheesy, and I won't even say it's a guilty pleasure. I just flat out love this movie. It's, like I said, it's super cheesy, and I can see why people think it's bad, but I just love it. Then he starred in Red Scorpion, again playing a Russian that turns on his own country to help the Americans. Now, this is a Danish release, and I said it in my Van Damme collection video about No Retreat, No Surrender, from the same company, that I need to get a better version. That's the same case here. Arrow Video has this out on Blu-ray, so I need to upgrade to that, because it's simply not good picture quality on this. Even though it does say remastered in HD, just not that great a picture in my mind. But again, a good movie. I actually quite enjoy this movie too. And there is actually a Red Scorpion 2, just not with Dolph Lundgren in it. Sadly, that never got even a DVD release, let alone Blu-ray, and definitely not a 4K release. But yeah, that goes all the way back to the VHS days, and I actually quite a lot want to see that movie again. So hopefully eventually it'll get a release on whatever media. Then next up, when it comes to the movies, this is still my one and only go-to. No other version of this character beats this. That is, of course, The Punisher. And even my very first Steelbook. This is my absolute favorite Dolph Lundgren movie. I watched this more than any other movie he's ever been in, to my recollection. I went on summer vacation at some folks I know growing up pretty much each summer, and each summer I went to the local gas station to rent this movie. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Allergies. But yeah, I freaking love this movie. And like I said, my very first Steelbook. And, of course, continuing with that, another Punisher. This one's a German edition. And from what I understand, at least at the time it came out, this was the only way to get the full uncut movie in full HD quality. Apparently there's an Australian version out too, but from what I understand, other versions that has the uncut scenes is just those scenes are just upscaled from the DVD, where this is the true HD uncut version. I'm not sure how true that is, but I had this one, so didn't need to look more into that. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt if you want to. Then next up, Dark Angel. And Dark Angel is the title I know it by. This is a Scream Factory release, and they were kind enough, for those that know it, as I Come in Peace, to make alternate artwork for it. But for me, it'll always be Dark Angel. They even put Dark Angel on the disc itself, so Dark Angel it is. Again, another super cheesy 80s. Okay, it does say 1990. Very early 90s then. Action sci-fi. It's just, I come in peace, and you'll go in pieces. I love these kind of movies. I miss that era of movies. Showdown Little Tokyo, another one, and since Dark Angel was 90s, then this, 1991. Finally came out on Blu-ray a few years ago, 2015. Okay, 3 years then. I was waiting for this to get a Blu-ray release for so long, because I love this movie. I was a big fan of Brandon Lee back in the day too. Sadly, he didn't have the chance to make that many movies, but we got Showdown Little Tokyo. Now we just need Rapid Fire with him, and looks like we might be getting that on Blu-ray in August from Twilight. So I hope that's real. I really want that movie too. But yeah, again, super cheesy action, over the top. Martial arts action, I don't know, but I just love it. Next up, Universal Soldier, another one I just love. I can say that about a bunch of these movies. And like I said, I'm actually surprised at how many Dolph Lundgren movies I actually had. But yeah, this is the first Universal Soldier, and in my mind, still the best one. Then you have Joshua Tree, or Army of One, as I know it as. I don't know if... I do believe Army of One was the European title, but I don't know if it's just here in Denmark or all of Europe. So, but yeah, I know it as Army of One. Another great... This is... If you look at his movies, I'll actually say this is a little underrated. I don't hear many talk about it. Not even people I know that likes these kind of movies. But I just thought it was a fun little action movie where he's on a run in the Ferrari, and then there's a crooked cop that chases him in a black Lamborghini with a bunch of explosions around him. But yeah, great movie. Then the next one here, I don't know if I knew I had it in my collection or I just forgot about it, but I was looking through what movies I had and came across this Hidden Assassin. I don't think I've ever seen it. I have this set because of No Code of Conduct with Charlie Sheen and Mark Dacascos, and Equilibrium. So yeah, Hidden Assassin. I don't think I've ever seen it. I can't say much about it, and it doesn't say much on the backside. Special Agent Michael Dane, Dolph Lundgren, is on a top secret mission to stop a killer suspected of police assassination. Okay. Don't think I've seen it. Then we have one of the newer Universal Soldiers. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm not that big a fan of these newer Universal Soldiers. This one is actually my least favorite. So, yeah. But it has to be in the collection. Expendables. Love these movies. This was a nice treat when this came out. It is going back to the action movies I love and miss. And most of the action movies we get today, it has a completely different feel to them. Way too much shaky cam in them. And even though there's some shaky cam in the Expendable movies here, it's still a nice treat. And the Steelbook really only came with the regular cut. Then I had what's extended director's cut in an armory. So I tossed the DVD from the Steelbook and put in this disc. So yeah, great movies. And of course, Expendables 2, my favorite of the bunch so far. It was just a fun time. Having Van Damme as the villain was quite nice. Universal Soldier, Day of Reckoning, again. I should love this, but I just don't. These last two Universal Soldiers, I don't know why, but I just don't. You have Scott Adkins, Dolph Lundgren, and Van Damme. What better trio could you have in action movies? And there's some great fight scenes with Atkins, I'll give it that, but the movie itself... Then I have a Steve Austin 4-movie collection where you have The Package. Dolph is in it. I've seen this movie once and I don't remember much about it. I remember him being called the German or something like that, and Steve Austin having to deliver the package. And that's about it. A bunch of people trying to get the package from Austin. Expendables 3. The best looking steelbook of the bunch, but the movie... I don't remember if it was in PG, but they lowered the rating at least. I know that much, to try to reach a wider audience. And there was a bad mistake. Bad. But at least Mel Gibson was really good as the villain. So I can't wait to see what they do with the fourth one. Then second to last, Skin Trade. I originally got this movie for Tony R, but Dolph is in it, and I actually quite like the movie. A human traffic ring is around selling women. Dolph is on the case, and Tony R is too, back in his country, and Tony R comes to America and finds out that he's on the same case as Dolph. So they work together, and a whole lot of action ensues. Great little movie. Again, not one I hear people talk about. This, I actually had to go to, or not go to, but buy from Australia to get this on Blu-ray. And then finally, the last one, Female Fight Club. I didn't even know Dolph was in this before I got it and saw it. Hey, that's Dolph on the cover. I bought this because of Amy Johnston. I had just bought Lady Bloodsport and Accident Man, and was looking for what other movies she's been in, because she's quite good fighter too. So I saw we had this one in Europe, and figured why not give it a shot. It was cheap, so I'll say I liked Accident Man and Lady Bloodsport more than this one, but it's still an okay little movie. So for now, that was it for my Dolph Lundgren movies. He has, let's see, there's Blackwater with him and Van Damme coming out soon. I know I'll get that eventually. And other than that, Expendables 4, of course. But other than that, I don't know what other movies he's gonna star in. And I know there's a whole bunch of newer movies I've never even seen. Because either he's not the lead, or I just don't care that much for them. His old stuff I love. There's a bunch of his older movies I wish would get a Blu-ray release. So, yeah. And with that, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And until next time, thanks for watching, and peace out.